But let's check in on Tucker Carlson's show last Friday. There are, of course, all sorts of conservatives and, frankly, elite centrists who want to make this about like a political thing. They don't want anyone to entertain the notion that perhaps Donald Trump, in hiding 12 boxes after they had already delivered 15 boxes of highly sensitive information that one would not need to keep on to as a memento if you were president. This is not like, I couldn't throw out my kid's kindergarten, workbook or something like that. That's not a violation, that we should just allow for that. And let's check in with Tucker Carlson, because I'm sure we'll hear that from that reactionary show. Oh, he had a fill-in host? Oh, well, let's hear what she had to say.
Now, whatever your views are on Donald Trump, there's no denying that the unprecedented raid on his Palm Beach home earlier this week has set our country on a dangerous new course, and there's no turning back. The FBI's raid on Mar-a-Lago changed the country that we grew up in. We grew up believing that, hey, our government will apply the law equally to all Americans, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. We're seeing more and more that country no longer exists.
Holy
law
crap.
Enforcement
Pause it for 1 second. Let's be clear here. I thought it's amazing. First off, it's not that the former president, who absconded with literally dozens of boxes of sensitive material and then returned half of them and claimed that he had returned all of them. That's not what set this country off on a dangerous course. It is the fact that investigators went there to get it back. Stolen goods from the United States. To get it back. That's what set this country off in a distant course. And then as kids, we all saw the government applying the law equally. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That statement in and of itself is just total bullshit. But the idea that idea is now ruined because a president is held to account for law breaking is just bizarro.
It's crazy that all these people say like that this could happen to a powerful person means it could happen to a non-powerful person. No, it's been happening to non-powerful people.
People go to jail for not paying their parking tickets in a bunch of these. Yeah, if you don't have the money to pay for the fine, are you kidding me? And how many people have gone to jail? That Chinese scientist who worked on Chinese American scientist, I believe he was an American national, who worked on stuff at Los Alamos. I can't remember his name. Went to jail for having those documents. I think they accused him of being a spy.
Wenho Lee.
Wenho Lee.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen this time and time again. If you have these, listen, if there's any doubt in your mind that if that was not the former president of the United States, but I don't know, the assistant deputy at, the Defense Department, that person would be in jail. They would not be releasing statements. They'd be in jail right now, right this moment. They would be in jail. They would have been in jail after. They wouldn't have been like, can we have those boxes back? Okay, here's my lawyer signing off. Here, take the boxes back. They would have been in jail with the first 15. Continue.
Levels of government, whether it's the DOJ, the Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and now even the IRS have been weaponized to target the political opponents of the Uniparty, the permanent Washington, and the Biden regime. Attorney General Merrick Garland has already issued a stark warning to anyone who dares to disagree with these tactics that are all hallmarks of a dictatorship.
What?
Let me address.
Pause it for 1 second. She is a lunatic.
Uniparty, she said.
The IRS has been weaponized to punish whom?
Well, that's what everyone on the right is saying, that Trump's or Mar-a-Lago raided and the IRS expansion stuff is all one big conspiracy.
The IRS is being expanded to go after wealthy people because all they've been doing, because of all the cuts that they have been subject to by both parties, although more so by Republicans. Because of the cuts, they go after people who are poor, who are getting earned income tax credits, because they know that these people don't have an army of lawyers and it's an easier layup. Like, in what universe is someone of the left criticizing the expansion of the IRS? I'm sorry. Give me an effing break.
You're authoritarian against people that want to launder money and evade taxes.
There you go. Dictatorship. Is there more of this? I didn't realize, I watched like the first 20 seconds of this and I'm like, I've seen enough. I didn't realize how bat crap crazy this is, though.
Yep.
I had a similar feeling. I was like, oh, it's just her Tulsi being Tulsi. But I was like, oh, she's really, the writers really helped her.
Issued a stark warning to anyone who dares to disagree with these tactics that are all hallmarks of a dictatorship.
Dares to disagree.
Let me address recent unfounded attacks on the professionalism of the FBI and Justice Department agents and prosecutors. I will not stand by silently when their integrity is unfairly attacked.
Whoa, pause it. Whoa. I didn't realize that Merrick Garland was going to actually vocalize that FBI agents have integrity. And that's what a dictatorship does when it is critiqued. They vocalize that their agents have integrity. It's not quite a dictatorship yet. Go ahead.
Agents and prosecutors. I will not stand by silently when their integrity is unfairly attacked.
So you are not allowed to disagree with the FBI. That is the new message. The security state will label you an extremist for daring to challenge or disagree with the regime's weaponization of law enforcement.
They talk about defending the
Pause it for 1 second. Merrick Garland coming up and saying, I will not stand by silently when people are criticizing FBI agents is not saying you're not allowed to disagree. I mean, just...
Yeah, otherwise Tulsi would be on the run right now from authorities.
And then, showing, the full force of our government dictatorship. She's going to cut to Joe Scarborough on MSNBC.
Yep, it's the Uniparty.
Go ahead.
Do you want to watch this?
I just want to see where she's going with this. It's insane.
Security state will label you an extremist for daring to challenge or disagree with the regime's weaponization of law enforcement.
They talk about defending the blue. They talk about defending law enforcement officers. They fly the flags. They put on the bumper stickers. And yet, if it doesn't suit their political purposes, then they remain silent or even attack law enforcement officers. The senator talked about the FBI's attack on our constitutional republic. Another Republican senator accused them of being a third world Marxist dictators. And yet, the silence is deafening.
These guys aren't Republicans, Joe. These guys are extremists.
If she has a complaint with that, I would agree insofar as I would say they are Republicans. But I also have news for you. A guy running for Senate does not have is just calling them extremists. What's amazing too is that all the chyrons are up there about the guy who tried to literally assault the FBI agency.
Going in there with a nail gun,
wow. I mean, Is there anybody who still defends Tulsi Gabbard as being of the left?
No, I don't think so. I think you've seen a lot of people say like, "Oh, look at she's finally done the turn or whatever." But I think a lot of people don't remember where she came from in the Obama administration, which is she was going on Fox News saying Obama won't say the words radical Islamic terror. And it's like she had a brief period where she was decided progressive branding was like more advantageous, so she endorsed Bernie and said some nice things. But that was a very brief moment in her career.
I want to issue an apology because I can't remember whom, and maybe it was an IMer, maybe it was somebody I saw on Twitter, said Tulsi's just trying to get a job on Fox News. And I thought, seriously? Like, that's what your aspiration is to get, I mean, a job on cable news? I mean, I understand doing it, but like a long-term plan, that's your aspiration?
Yeah, you tell yourself that's an upgrade. Moving from representative to...
Oh my gosh. I mean, that... I'm not even convinced it's an upgrade from sitting here in front of these IKEA panels.
No. Doing sort of influencer videos on a surfboard.
I mean, honestly, like, do that.
Yeah.
Go back to Hawaii. Enjoy yourself. That is embarrassing.
Maybe she's committed to the cause.
That's also quite possible.